Question number 176. Assertion given is Bt cotton plants are pesticide resistant. And this assertion is a false statement because Bt cotton plants are resistant to insects and not pesticide resistant. Now the reason given is that Bt cotton plants have been prepared by introducing toxin from Bacillus thuringiensis, and this is also a false statement because gene encoding toxin was isolated from Bacillus thuringiensis and was introduced into cotton plants to make them resistant to insects. It is not the introduction of toxin, but the gene encoding toxin was isolated from this bacteria and then introduced into cotton plants. So, as both assertion and reason are false statements, we can mark the answer as 4. Now, let's discuss our next question. Question number 177. Assertion given is, in humans, duct of Wirsing of pancreas combines with common bile duct to form hepatopancreatic duct. And this is a correct statement because duct of Wirsing is a functional duct of pancreas that combines with common bile duct to form common hepatopancreatic duct. Now the reason given is opening of hepatopancreatic duct into duodenum is guarded by sphincter of Boyden, and this is a false statement because the opening of common hepatopancreatic duct into duodenum is guarded by sphincter of Oddi and not by sphincter of Boyden. On the other hand, sphincter of Boyden helps in filling up of gallbladder and is present around ductus choledocus. So, as assertion is a true statement, but the reason given is an incorrect statement and cannot correctly explain the above given assertion, so we can mark the answer as 3. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 178. Assertion given is similarity between koala and bandicoot is a result of adaptive convergence, and this is a false statement because both koala and bandicoot evolved as a result of adaptive radiation. As you can see here, in adaptive radiation of marsupials occurring in Australia, this is koala and this is bandicoot, and they are a result of adaptive radiation and not adaptive convergence. They are a result of adaptive divergence. They will exhibit divergent evolution. Now the reason given is both of these organisms have different ancestors and exposure to similar environment results in similar characteristics in them. And this is also a false statement because they have evolved from a common ancestor. Because they have evolved from a common ancestor which moved to different habitats and got adapted to new habitat. So it is because of the exposure to different environments and not similar environments. So as both reason and assertion are false statements, we can mark the answer as 4. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 179. Assertion given is maximum filling of ventricles occurs passively, and this is a true statement because in human heart maximum filling of ventricles occurs passively during joint diastole. Now the reason given is 2/3 of ventricular filling occurs during atrial systole when ventricles are relaxing, and this is a false statement because about 2/3 of ventricular filling occurs during joint diastole, and that too passively. It is 1/3 filling that occurs during atrial systole and not 2/3 of ventricular filling. So as the assertion is true but reason is false, we can mark the answer as 3. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 180. Assertion given is most of the hormonal secretions are regulated by negative feedback mechanism, and this is a true statement because most of the hormonal secretions in our body, they are regulated by negative feedback mechanism, and the reason given is that secretion of oxytocin during parturition is regulated by positive feedback mechanism. Now this is also a true statement, but reason cannot correctly explain the above given assertion because in assertion it is given that most of the hormones are regulated by negative feedback mechanism, in which as the level of hormone increases in plasma, it sends signal to source gland to stop its secretion. So we can say that amount of hormone present in our blood plasma regulate its secretion from source gland. So we can say they are regulated by negative feedback mechanism. However, During parturition, there is an exception to such hormone known as oxytocin, because the uterine muscles undergoing contraction, they send signals to posterior pituitary to release more oxytocin. So oxytocin exhibit positive feedback mechanism. However, most of the hormones exhibit negative feedback mechanism. So we can say that assertion and reason both are correct statements or true statements, but the reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion given. So we can mark the answer as 2. So with this question, I would like to end up the discussion of this AIATS paper. I hope all your doubts and queries have been solved regarding this paper. Thank you very much for watching and all the best.